Unlike high school courses, college courses come in every shape and size. Understanding the types of courses and how they can best be pieced together to increase your success each term and as you build towards your degree is crucial. The type of school you select can impact the style and size of courses offered, but some universal truths can help you make the best course selections. Hi, I'm Margaret Meek, and this is College 101, a description of college class types. There are many types of classifications for courses. For example, there are orientation classes that provide an overview of the subject. This style of class provides a broad overview upon which your other classes can build. The second is major-specific courses. There is no intent to the course beyond preparing students for work in the desired field. Another is weed-out class. It is precisely as it sounds. The subject matter and grading are challenging. These courses are designed to make the student show more than their intellect. They need to show their desire to succeed. And this is just one example of how courses are classified. Let's keep going. Another classification you need to be familiar with is upper versus lower division classes. Lower division classes are designed for first and second year students. Lower division classes provide a broader base of information related to a particular aspect of the topic. Upper class or upper division classes are for upper class students in their junior and senior years. Generally, you can tell the difference in the courses by their numbers. These numbering systems may vary from school to school, but as an example, 100 to 200 level classes are designed for freshmen and sophomore students. 300 to 400 level classes are designed for juniors and seniors, with 500 plus level classes providing graduate student level coursework. Taking courses in sequence is designed to prepare you for the greater level performance necessary in higher level classes. Another designation of courses falls into the categories of general education or core classes versus electives. This is much the same as it was in high school. Core classes are those in your major that are needed for graduation. Electives are categories of courses you must complete to fill your elective requirements. So, you may be a business major but require several elective credits in the humanities, sciences, or math. Which humanities, science, or math classes you take are up to you, as long as they fall in the right lower versus upper division classifications. It is your elective hours or courses that can add up to a minor in a particular academic area, or they can add context to the career you are working toward. Another manner of designation for courses is the type of environment established to provide the education you will receive. Most of these are pretty self-explanatory from their name, but let's run through them to ensure you're clear on each. Lecture. This is when students sit in a larger classroom listening to the instructor provide direct information. These tend to be introductory or orientation classes. The school knows they can put a lot of students in the class as the instructor will be lecturing. Seminar or discussion courses are small focus courses where students are expected to share the information they glean from their readings and their perspectives in group discussions. Lab or studio classes are hands-on opportunities for students to learn from doing the science, music, technology, foreign language, or art. Students also need to look for a recitation class that is paired with the lab or studio. In the recitation, there are small group opportunities to learn the concept behind the assignment and to ask questions. Students earn credit hours for the lab and the recitation. Independent study courses surround a specific assignment or project completed outside a classroom under supervision from a faculty member. The timing of assignments and the grading structure are agreed upon in the beginning of the course. Another course that tends to come at the end of the student's academic career is a capstone course. Capstone courses are built around students completing a project that reflects all they have learned in their coursework throughout college. The project may be an independent or group project within the classroom structure. In other words, students come to the class to receive instruction and work on their projects. And finally, online courses. These courses may be synchronous or asynchronous. Synchronous means that the class is only presented during the course time and dates assigned. Participation may be required or encouraged. Asynchronous courses are taped. Students can watch the lecture or presentation at any time and at any speed they desire. Students must still ingest the information presented, even if they won't be called upon. Students may also find mixed formats classes that serve the course topic well. Courses may be presented once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, or daily, depending on the focus of the coursework. Students may have 2 labs and 1 recitation, or a lecture that schedules testing for a date or time that is different from the actual course. It is the responsibility of the student to piece together each term of coursework with course styles, workload, class timing, and balance with other expectations held in the student's life. It is also the student's responsibility to piece together all graduation requirements. Being careful and intentional will allow students to place their academic focus on courses and topics that will aid the student upon graduation. If students plan well, they can maximize each term and graduate as quickly and efficiently as possible. This time and tuition savings can make a significant difference in college satisfaction. It is also essential that students learn the style of courses they enjoy most or in which they can focus and learn the most. Then select courses that match those best case scenarios. The best and biggest advocate any student has available is their academic advisor. This individual can help students understand the courses necessary to graduate, when those courses are offered, and how to puzzle together their schedules. This includes how the courses are intended to build on each other and how to understand each school's definition of the courses offered. Another great resource is any upper class student you know and trust who understand your major and the college as a whole. Learning how to build a schedule and how to build an academic map to graduation will help every student make the most of their college career. Students must plan well in advance, even years ahead of when they register for specific courses. Understanding course styles will help every student create a transcript that will lead to a bright future. Faculty members are the key to your education. The most valuable instructors know their subject matter and how to share the essential components with students in a manner that inspires, challenges, and makes the student think. Faculty members who are talented instructors will be good no matter their title or the type of classroom in which they find themselves. As with every teacher you have had to this point in your life, the quality of instruction is tied to the personality of the teacher and their approach to instruction. It doesn't change when you get to college. What changes is the range of experiences and ability held by those in front of the class. As students move into their college career, it is essential to understand the type of instruction arrangements prevalent in college, no matter what college you are attending. Measuring whether the school is willing to sacrifice instruction to save money is also important. Colleges value a few things in their instructors. One is the ability to instruct. A second is their role in research. A third is the frequency with which credible organizations publish their academic papers and books. In some cases, especially with faculty members who research, a fourth category is the faculty member's ability to raise funding for their work. As the instructor moves through the years at a particular college, they are evaluated based on their ability to progress in those categories. If an instructor is rated well in these categories, they are invited into a tenure track. Tenure is guaranteed employment offered by the college to a faculty member who has continued contributing to their academic field. However, with the financial difficulties in which colleges find themselves, some tenure positions are being eliminated. While it used to be that being in a tenured position offered professors academic freedom, the cost of supporting tenured faculty is making those positions a target for university cost cutting. Those who instruct at the college, junior college, or career college levels have different experiences in their field beyond the initial degree. In colleges, instructors can begin as teachers in the classroom as they earn their master's degree. PhD candidates fill several teaching positions, especially in recitations and orientation courses. These teaching assistants, or TAs, can specifically impact student experiences in any course. Then we reach the levels of professorship. Professors generally have earned their PhD. They begin at the assistant professor level, move to the associate level, and finally, these instructors earn their full professorship. They must show acumen as instructors, researchers, and authors to move from level to level. The level of pay goes up with each change in title. Titles like lecturer, master lecturer, or visiting lecturer also exist. These note that the individual has excellent experience and ability in a particular field or on a particular topic. Visiting lecturers have specific experience that cannot be matched by those who have grown through the faculty ranks. They are present at the college to impart those experiences and lessons learned. Generally, those with the lecturer title do not hold PhDs in their teaching topic. A growing category in the college faculty world is under the title of adjunct. These professors can be recognized as assistant, associate, or full professors. The difference is that these instructors are contract workers for the college rather than being full members of that college's community. Adjunct professors may teach at 2 or more colleges each term. They come on campus to teach the course and hold office hours, but they are not responsible for on-campus research or writing professional papers on behalf of that college. Adjunct professors generally cost the college less in salary and benefits, but they also do not bring grant money or other notoriety to the college. There may be a few alterations in the requirements for those instructors leading clinical courses, but the basics remain the same. For these courses, technical knowledge and experience become important to instruction. It is essential to note that how well a faculty member imparts knowledge is not tied to their degrees, research, or writing. Every faculty member connects with some students, but very few connect with every student in every class environment. Word will spread about teaching abilities, and online resources like Rate My Professor may provide some sense of their abilities. Rate My Professor is an evaluation of an instructor's style, the grading process, and classroom management. Rate My Professor is available on instructors all over the U.S. There may also be similar evaluation programs available on each campus. It is important to note that those students who love the professor and those who dislike the professor are more likely to take the time to complete those evaluations. So take comments and ratings with a grain of salt. Remember, none of these evaluations measure what each student brings to the class in terms of dedication, focus, ability to ask for assistance, and willingness to learn. One other caution: with the increase in online coursework, it is essential to note that some faculty members are very good at teaching in person and are less effective online, and vice versa. Then there are some just plain good no matter the size, location, or technology assistance they get in each class. Faculty members are not in their jobs exclusively for the money. Full professors average $65,000 per year. Most are teaching because they love their topics and sharing information with others. They know they can alter the future of their field by sharing what they know and encouraging others to expand that base of knowledge. Faculty members can make or break a college experience. Those who love to share their knowledge are talented in making that information useful. They are magical. You may not always be able to select your course schedule based on the instructor, as there are many other considerations in building a schedule. But when you can match an excellent class structure with a strong instructor, you have struck academic gold. Have you ever been a juggler? Have you ever had a large number of considerations that you have to put in order to make sure you are maximizing your effort and money? If you have, congratulations! You are ready to plan your college schedule. If you haven't, buckle up, because you are about to put together several concepts to plan your next college term. The ideal is getting the right classes in the right order on the right days and at the right times with the right instructors. It can be challenging and sometimes frustrating, but it is possible. Keep moving forward. Let's start juggling. Start by selecting the core classes suggested for completion during your first year. Select a section of one class. Make sure the time and dates of the week during which the class meets are placed on a weekly calendar. Then place that course in the online cart so that those sections are available when it is time to file the registration. Please note that the college may not use an online system with a cart, so knowing exactly what they do use is critical. Ask questions of advisors, friends, or upper class students and read everything available on the process. Know what to expect and how to submit course selections. So you've selected and saved the first course. It is time to move on to the second class and then the third. Move forward in selecting the 4, 5, or 6 courses for that term. You may have to go back and unselect a section thought to work, but that needs to change as another class takes its place. As a course is on the calendar, make sure that there is an appropriate amount of travel time and that no days would be overtaxing. If a class is only offered at night or early in the morning, think through how to be safe, energetic, and ready to learn during those times. Throughout the process, make sure you have the correct sections in your cart. Then double-check the list to ensure it reflects the selections you wish to make. Sometimes in the course of the juggling process, mistakes can be made. It may be necessary to abandon one intended class because of the timing or because the class is too full. As too many students are trying to get into that section, take a step back, find the next section that can work or the next course available that term, and find a section that works. Then return to the course that didn't work while planning for next term. Share your cart's contents with your academic advisor during a meeting to discuss your educational future. And on the date and at the time the submission of the cart contents is allowed, hit submit. Make sure the submission is recorded. Then and only then, the selection of courses for that term is complete. Now, for those of you thinking, wait, what just happened? Let's take a step back. You must gather some information before you go through the steps we just listed. Most of these items will be found in a student portal, so quite a few tabs will be open during this work. Here is what you need: a listing of all the course requirements necessary to be completed to meet graduation requirements. If the school offers a sample or draft course listing for each term to take to get to graduation, make sure it is also available. The listing of all credits you have previously earned, AP, CLEP, dual or concurrent enrollment credits, or previously completed courses. List all the credits earned and the category for which these credits count. After the initial term, a transcript will fill that role. Also needed is the list of the courses the school offers for the next term. This list needs to include the date and time of each course's different sections and the instructor's name. Generally, the list also provides a count of open spaces in each section. Also provided is a notification if the class is online or some form of online in-person hybrid. The word section designates the courses being offered more than once a term. It may be significantly more than one time per term. Each section has a different numerical designation, date, time, location, and instructor. If a student needs to complete the Introduction to Calculus class offered at 3 different times, dates, and locations, students can select any one of those sections. Also needed is a week's calendar to see how the selected courses fit together. It is not unusual for such an accessory to be provided on the campus course selection portal. It is important to ensure there's enough time to move from class to class and envision time available for studying and life commitments beyond classes. For in-person classes, make sure there is access to a campus map and a way to find the classrooms within the buildings. If a student has 10 minutes between classes, how quickly does one have to move to make it to the next class on time? A copy of the final schedule that can be used as a tiebreaker when it comes to class selection. If one can't decide between 2 courses, it can help to know which course's finals date and time will cause the least stress. And a listing of the course requirements for any double major or minor you want to earn. And for those of you just learning to schedule juggle, here are some helpful reminders. Pay attention to paired courses like labs and recitations. You need to plan around any work, sports, or organization commitments, so place those on the calendar at the start of the process. Do this exercise well in advance of the assigned class reservation time. Do not be late, especially as a first or second year student. You are the last students allowed to register each term. Juniors and seniors will take up much class space. Don't let other students take the necessary places to complete your planned schedule. As mentioned earlier, this needs to be done with time to present the plan to your academic advisor. While the focus should be on the core classes, it is also important to have a mix of topics, class types, and subject matter designed to be challenging versus fun and informative each term. Use electives to find balance. Know how many credits are needed each term. If there is a scholarship involved that may require a minimum number of credits to be completed, make sure the schedule at least meets that threshold. If the campus charges a flat tuition fee above X number of hours, say 12 hours per semester, then credits earned above that number become free classes as tuition does not increase with additional courses taken. Especially early in a college career, it is best to start with a moderate number of credits or hours each term. For a semester system, starting with 15 credits makes excellent sense. As you progress, the number of credits taken each term can increase if you are comfortable with the increased work level. Sometimes the courses that look the easiest or least challenging aren't. Ask others about the course and the instructor to be prepared. Especially academic terms like those over May, January, or summer classes can be a great way to get complex subjects in the completed column. Remember that there are processes to drop or add a class after a term starts. There are strict dates and rules on how to be reimbursed or pay for new courses. Don't miss the deadlines. Remember to use a campus-specific or larger focused Rate My Professor type evaluation of instructors on campus. Knowing the faculty member's style, classroom management priorities, and grading techniques can help set the expectations for each course. Think through your best time of day for focus, energy, or ease of access to coursework. Maximize those times when selecting course sections. Finally, review the courses that would be interesting as electives and core courses to look for in future terms. Keep a list of those classes to help keep an eye out for those during the planning of future terms. If you need to, go back to the beginning of this video and walk through the steps we gave you one more time. Now it is time to start thinking through the following term and the plan held for the rest of the terms laying ahead. Have a plan for the courses you want and need to take, and request degree audits frequently. This is generally offered in your portal. This is a way to make sure you are on track to graduate on time and that the classes you are taking count in the correct categories. If the audit isn't available online, request such from your academic advisor. Keep an eye on your progress as you move forward with your education. One last word of caution. If you need special accommodations, ensure your academic advisor is aware. The Disabled Student Support Office on campus can help with the process. Eventually, instructors will be notified of the needed accommodations. The most important advocate you have is the academic advisor assigned by the academic college housing your major. Meet with this person at least once a term to talk about the pace of your academic progress. Their job is to help you learn how to schedule juggle, ask questions, listen to the answers carefully. Stay calm and keep all the balls moving as you settle each class into its place in your schedule. You've got this. If you found any of this information useful, hit the like button and consider subscribing. And if you have any questions, let us know in the comments below.